Yes.
All right.
I don't have a camera person, so I've started on my own.
Awesome. What is your name?
Brandon Rao.
Hi, Brandon. How are you doing?
Very good.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
You are so adorable, Brandon.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
Who is Brandon, guys? What are you, SpoilerTV?
yeah.
Spoiler, he works for TV.
Yeah.
It's jokes like this that are going to keep the show on for years.
So, what is it about Timeless that makes it so much of a different show? Because we've seen so many time travel shows in the recent years. What is it that makes it so special?
Well, you know, I don't think there's that many. There's Doctor Who, and in this year, there's like, I think, 2 or 3. I think the difference between this and why this stands out is, one, it's on such a grand and epic scale. We're an hour-long show. First one's the Hindenburg. Next one's Civil War. We are putting balls to the wall here in terms of the things that we're trying to find, and on an epic scale. What's awesome about it is that we're very grounded in terms of the emotion that we're all dealing with. All of us have secrets that we're dealing with. All of us have very different missions that we're on and reasons why we're on this trip. And so I think that complexity, that scale, the beauty are things people are going to be attracted to.
Sounds good. I saw the first episode. It was really
like it?
good. I really liked it.
Right,
yeah.
If you didn't like it, would you say?
Probably not, but
No, right?
I really did like it.
All right, good.
So,
yeah.
Your character's name is Rufus, correct?
Yes.
So what can you tell me about Rufus for people who haven't seen the first episode yet?
Rufus is a computer guy who wants to be at work. You know, he's comfortable with the life he has. What's crazy for him is suddenly having to not just leave the office, but to go back in time and save history. And so if you are a guy who likes to sit in front of your computer, it's probably a little scary for you. And so that's what Rufus is having to deal with, is not only being a fish out of water in terms of, you know, being forced to be in these situations and be a hero, but also having to deal with the historical consequences and the historical context of being a black man in American history in 1930 and 1940 and all these different things, on top of the fact that he doesn't even like to leave his desk. So to be challenged on that level is an amazing thing to play, and a complex aspect of the character.
Now, Eric and Sean were telling me that the second episode is going to take place in 1865, and I assume Rufus will be on that trip. But
He will.
Okay, what can you tell me about?
He's going to be on every trip,
filming
hopefully.
that?
Well, I can tell you very little because we haven't started the episode but we've written it, and I don't know how much to say, because the interesting thing about this show is that, one, the characters have secrets, the writers have secrets, and we're all learning about each other sort of at the same time, and that's the fun of the show. Sort of every episode ends with a cliffhanger, and it's very serialized. But I can tell you that Rufus is once again put in a situation that he's fearful of, and is forced to step up to the plate and deal with it. So all the challenges that you might imagine are there, and that's kind of the beauty of working with these writers, is that they don't shy away from it. They recognize that hurdles and adversity are what make stories interesting. Conflict are what makes things interesting. And having a character like this, having Abigail Spencer as Lucy, a historian who's now dealing with these real life things, having Matt Lanter as Master Sergeant Logan, having to deal with these missions and deal with changing the past, and not loving his own history and the recent past of him, are all interesting conflicts that we have to deal with week by week.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Like I said, I've seen the first episode. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season.
Good.
And my last question for you is, if you could travel anywhere in time, where would you go and why?
So black people don't like to go back before Thriller in America. But I've been saying on this all day, I love art. So I would love to see all the things that made these things happen. The Harlem Renaissance, seeing, you know, funk music being created, the Beatles, you know, all these things. I'd love to see, you know, the Declaration of Independence being written. I'd probably have to be in a separate room handing them water, but I would love to be around for all of that. So I think all of these things, it's going to be interesting, and they do a good job of bringing us to some of the more interesting times of history, and exploring the things that are factual, but that we don't think about and don't necessarily know.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.